What's going on, guys? This is going to be a very low energy review. Feeling a little sick. Probably caught COVID-19. Last weekend we went to a massive party, 2 massive parties. Pretty much asking for that shit. So I got what I deserved. Anyway, we are to the second half of American Horror Story, season 10. And I'm kind of just left with, I wish that they had have done all one whole C season or one whole Alien season, but split. It just has this particular episode, and I don't think it's because it had some actors from American Horror Stories. That it felt like American Horror Stories. It had potential, I think, and maybe still does, but it definitely didn't hit as strong as the Red Tide premiere. And yeah, I don't know. Some things, we'll get into it. I don't know if some things, the way it felt, were intentional or not, because it's trying to be like an old alien sci-fi show. Like, what is one? I had one written down in my notes. I've never personally watched like an old alien show like Roswell. Yeah, fucking Roswell. That's what I'm thinking of. So I don't know if some stuff is just a callback to that or not, but some of it just feels very generic or kind of cringy on purpose, or maybe not on purpose. I can't really tell with some things with American Horror Story at this point. But anyway, so we open to a scene in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which of course I thought was cool. I was like Breaking Bad, you know? I think everybody knows that's where Breaking Bad takes place. So I was just, are they going to do a Breaking Bad Easter egg or something, you know? I mean, they kind of have to doing it there. So that was just an initial like for me. Not really something that really counts, but it was like, oh, Albuquerque. So anyway, the scene. This is what I'm talking about. The scene where the wife gets stuck up to the roof. It just looks silly. You could tell she was like hanging from a wire, kind of, or the acting felt a little silly. But again, it's black and white, so maybe that's on purpose to feel like a 1950s, 60s, whatever type thing. I like the noise that she makes, the wife, at the start. That was creepy. And the intro was just okay, you know. Of course, you get the tentacles and you know, alien-esque stuff. The flying saucer was cool. But again, none of this stuff really feels all reimagined. It's very generic. It's the generic alien stuff, which, you know, maybe that's fine, but it feels that way. It just doesn't feel new, is what I'm saying, or creative at all. And I would have liked some color in the intro, by the way. I didn't like how it was all black and white. I think you could have done some cool stuff with the color, like with the green and lights and things, but you can't really get that because it's all in black and white. I mean, not the whole episode was in black and white, so I think they could have done some of the intro in color. But anyway, minor stuff. Death Valley is the title. For the new season, not double feature. Just like the first half was Red Tide, and now this half is Death Valley, which I thought that was in California, but maybe not. Maybe it's in Nevada or New Mexico. But anyway, you get a guy from Mad Men. These are little things that don't have to do with the episode, but it's something that I like. A show that I like, Mad Men. He's one of the suits at the station with the president. What was it, President Nixon, I believe. So it's pretty cool how it kind of dives into the real life stuff about Amelia Earhart. I guess I don't remember from school, but I guess she actually went missing, and it's cool diving into some real life stuff. Gives you a little bit more of an interest point. They got Lily Rabbi's character pregnant again. She's been pregnant in the first half of the season and in this half as well. I just thought it was funny. It was just like they just see her, they're like, oh yeah, pregnant character. Let's do that with her. They had the face hugger, I think is what you call it. Of course, this is featured in a lot of alien stuff. But yeah, whenever they open them up, it was just like, it feels so, again, I've seen this before, right? Of course, because I actually have. So I was just like, okay. And it did look very bad. The effects on it looked bad. But again, that's why I was saying I don't know if it looks bad on purpose, because it's meant to look more like it happened on a show back then, you know. But then again, you don't really, we're not watching a show, you know. This isn't I mean, it's supposed to not come across to us that way. It's whatever. So So we get some characters, some actors from American Horror Stories in here with the teenagers, and this is where I don't know if it picked up for me a little bit. I was more interested, but still, it's just kind of it's very strange, I think. Anyway, so they did like a little cringy. They have a lot of sound effects, like the generic alien sound effects in there. Space stuff. I kind of like it. And this is why I'm thinking, is it going something with the X-Files? I've never seen the X-Files. Maybe if I had seen it, I would like what they're presenting to us here. But the way they give the title cards to all the characters, maybe it's something from the X-Files or some alien thing that I'm not aware of. But this is where we get some very strange stuff. Stranger than the aliens. So it's this girl, they have a conversation at the table where she's allergic. This is just so strange. Unless it's an alien thing, and we're going to get to that later, I guess so, where it was an alien that jizzed on her. But she's allergic to semen. But then later on, she talks about in the episode, she talks later on that she got pregnant before, when she was 19. So if you're allergic to semen, how do you get pregnant, but you just found out you were allergic to semen, so you had to have come in contact with it whenever you got pregnant when you were 19. So was it just this individual's semen that you were allergic to? But it seems like she's down because she's like thinking, oh, I can't have kids, I can't have sex, whatever, because I'm allergic to semen. But you've been sexually active in the past. It's so fucking weird. It's so fucking weird. The conversation at this table is so weird. They find out, oh, you guys are gay. Oh wow, I lost my virginity to you. But we're best friends, and I just thought you were really bad at sex, but no, you actually just weren't interested in vagina. That was the line, and it was just like oh god, I'm not very social. I don't often go out and have a bunch of drinks or social time with a bunch of buddies, but I don't know. This is a very, very weird conversation to me. I like how they're all on their phones at the table, because that's how kids their age would do it, or my age, 21. I'm 23. They're all on their phone, and then I like the whole plot line with the girl where she's talking about how you can be freed of technology and how it's kind of actually is a stressful thing, and not a good benefit thing. I like all of that stuff. I thought that was interesting. I don't know how her boyfriend will fit into the plot, but I do like his kind of hold on her and brainwashing her. Just some of his beliefs and that are interesting. And then I did like whenever they were all vowing to leave their phone for the vacation or the camping trip in the fucking desert, whatever. When they were all leaving their phones, there was one guy who actually keeps his phone. I was like, yeah, no fucking way all of you are just going to leave it at home. You would all take it with you. You turn it off, but you're all going to fucking take it with you. So, but they didn't. But at least there was the one guy who tried to, So I was like, okay. So then we get a bunch of typical abduction stuff, alien stuff. The cows sawed in half, kind of hitting on every note, I guess. You get the bright light in the car, and then they're all in different seats. Was cool. And then I guess they were all implanted with alien babies. You get to hear their logic about what they think is going on. Like, I don't think that a girl would just automatically, especially if she hadn't been sexually active or anything and been throwing up, she'd be like, oh, I'm pregnant. I don't think so. You think, oh, I got a stomach flu, I got something, but even so with morning sickness too, if that's what she thought it was, I would think that you just you get sick, once maybe in the morning or sometime through the day, but you're not going to be perpetually just throwing up like you're fucking dying, right? I don't think so. I don't know, but I just thought it was a big fucking leap for her to be like, oh, we're both pregnant, But I guess the weird shit that happened the night before kind of had her on edge. And then the guys' conversation. This is why my girlfriend always wants to eat. She wants to eat ass, And they were talking about the two gay guys' mindset. It's just a funny conversation. They're like, oh, I probably got something from your butthole from eating your ass. Some type of illness that you can get, stomach illness. I was like, well, what's going on in this episode, bro? This feels like an American Horror Stories episode, right? What's going on? I'm really not enticed to see more. I'm not enticed to see more. So they all take a pregnancy test, and the guys are pregnant, and of course the girls are pregnant too, and oh, guys can't be pregnant. What's going on? It's just like, also, by the way, it bothered me. No pregnancy test is this visible, this accurate, right? The guy, he had a stupid fucking line. He was like, "Oh, I think I see something," and it cuts to the test, and you have like the two bars are just perfectly visible there. Like it's a fake test. Of course, I mean it is. But it's so stupid. It's like, oh, I think I see something. And even on a positive pregnancy test for like an actual pregnant woman, I don't think that the lines come through just that fucking dark, like just there. Whatever. I'm being too critical of it, but overall, this episode was just a mess, really. I guess we'll see how the two storylines tie in. And again, I've said this before. Your perception of how you are feeling in real life at the time can sometimes affect how you feel about what you're watching, or just whatever you're doing. Can leave a negative impact. So I have been sick, so maybe that's why I was so negative on this episode. However, we have been watching a show on Netflix called Squid Game, and I've been loving it. And I've been sick while I'm watching that as well. So yeah, this episode was just I don't know what the fuck. That's all I can say. I can't even really say that all, but it could get better. It could lead to promise, because I don't see it. I just don't know. So yeah, that's what I got. That's what I got for you for this one. We'll see next week if we can shape up a little bit better, because this was a premiere, right? So usually they're not. Usually that's where they do their best. But yeah. All right. I'll see you in the next one.